I was initially taking this photograph to get the cobblestones and the beautiful curvature of them, how intricately they are laid. The sun was also setting to the northwest portion of the photograph, if I can call it that, and I was attempting to get a bit of a glare from the sun as it set. When I snapped the camera, the cat ran across the cobblestones, and I didn't know about the location of the cat until I got back to the United States and had the negative produced. And it turns out the cat's exactly where it is. This is really a full negative picture you're seeing here. There's no cropping of any extent, just a little on the edges perhaps. And to this day people will tell me that I faked it. I did it on the computer, and it didn't. I have the negative to prove that. Someday I'll go back and try to find the cat and feed it. Okay. Thank you for doing that. The Eiffel Tower, taken from a place in Paris, of course, where the metro rises above the Seine River. And for a brief second, a fleeting moment, you get to see the Eiffel Tower from inside the metro. I had to snap that picture very quickly to get it. Have your camera out at all times, if you can. I like dark. I like black, okay? And this is a metro on Boulevard Saint-Germain in Paris. Paris, there's so much art there, a week or two would not justify visiting Paris. A reflecting ball, actually not far from the Louvre, is hard to see. I called this photograph self-portrait because of the circular, spherical nature of it. That's me right there. I'm not totally tied to Paris. This is a picture of the Tetons up in Wyoming. And I'm working on that one. I think the exposure is a bit too dark from the darkroom. All these pictures are done in the darkroom. I use a Leica M6 rangefinder. I like the rangefinder because it's extremely quiet. This is at Ghost Ranch here in New Mexico. After a short hike, I call this gnarled tree for obvious reasons. Germain-Dupré. They light the front of the cathedral because it's so beautiful. Often there's a wedding inside or something going on during the day. That's in Paris again. That's just a little cul-de-sac, not far from where the cathedral is. This is Vavin Station, and down the end of the picture here is the Montparnasse Station, about 300 yards away. This was quite late at night. Of course, in a metro station you can't tell whether it's during the day or nighttime, with a single person sitting there. And again, I like the curve in this. Like, I'm a geometer. I like the curvature of the tracks, and I like the fact that you can see the next station right down here. I guess I could be glib and say what's not to like about Paris. You can find art everywhere. Famous San Francisco de Assis church, 2 miles down the street from the house here. And again, this photograph is not doctored. It's the better looking end of the church. If you drive past it, you see the back end, which is not particularly photogenic and has an electric wire across it. But I took this photograph on a windy day. The wind moved the trees, leaves, and put the sunlight on the cross here, naming the church. Again, I didn't doctor this in the darkroom or anything. It's just a lucky shot. It's the way it came out. I also like black and white photography because I can do it in the darkroom myself.